In the last episode, we talked about the traditional Chinese belief, which is believing oneself and one's ancestors. In this episode, let's dig further into the inheritance of Chinese beliefs. I'm sure you've noticed that most religious traditions and legacy around the world are passed down through scriptures, doctrines, and rituals. For example, we have the Bible for Christianity, the Diamond Sutra for Buddhism, and the Quran for Islam. Christians often go to church on Sundays. Muslims practice the foundation of Islam, five pillars. Monks and nuns would hold Dharma assemblies in the practice of Buddhism. However, very few of doctrines can be found in terms of Chinese beliefs. So, how do we pass down our traditional beliefs? I think the answer is they're passed down through daily education, reinforcement of specific rituals, and setting good examples for younger generations. Let's first look at daily education. When we were young, our parents would tell us traditional stories to instill the idea of independence into us. Take the story of Sun Wukong, also known as the Monkey King, for example. He was once an ordinary monkey, but later he became the mighty great sage equaling heaven, who can fly 18,000 miles in one somersault. He crossed the seas to look for the master and learned many skills with his determination, gaining great power and becoming stronger. When he was despised and disrespected by the heaven, he fought his way into the heavenly palace, eventually earned the respect from the gods. Stories like Hou Yi shooting the sun and King Yu combating the flood shows that our ancestors fought natural disasters with wisdom and courage, which also benefits the future generations. They're not just bedtime stories. They're like seeds planted deeply in children's hearts, teaching us from very young age that when we meet the challenges, the best thing we can do is to rely on ourselves and face them positively and courageously. As we grow older and went to school, we learn the achievements of our ancestors, which further strengthens the belief that relying on ourselves is the key to success. Chinese children often hear about the struggles and the accomplishments of their ancestors from their parents. The family values passed down by our ancestors are seen as a source of spiritual power. The next is reinforcement of specific rituals. Unlike many Western holidays, which are often related to religious observance, most Chinese traditional festivals focus on ancestor worship and family reunions. Speaking of Chinese New Year, you may know that people paste the Spring Festival couplets, set up firecrackers, make dumplings, and have a big family dinner. But there is also an important custom, lighting incense and burning joss paper to honor the ancestors, particularly during the tomb sweeping day. People return to their hometowns from miles away to honor their ancestors, even if they can't make it for many reasons. They would set up altars at home to offer prayers. These conventions have been inherited for generations and have been part of the Chinese culture. In Chinese culture, setting good examples for younger generations is significant. So parents should not say one thing and do another in front of their children. When facing difficulties, parents will practice by what they preach, showing their children how to become independent and how to solve the problem. When their children first learn to walk, parents take them to participate in ancestor worship, strengthening their sense of family identity and belonging, helping them understand where their roots lie and where their cultural heritage comes from. Isn't surprising that Chinese people would pass down their beliefs in this way? It's precisely this subtle, almost invisible way that Chinese beliefs have been handed down for thousands of years, becoming deeply rooted and unshakable. That's all for today. If you have any questions, just leave a comment. See you next time.